Oh hey cats, long time no see. Done with school finally, which means that I can finally calm the fuck down for like at least 8 months until I start at the UW. Regarding that whole fuck up, I didn't take high school geometry because I barely took high school. So I'm going back in the fall to the same school I've been at to take that. So I'll have like 6 credits next semester. I'll be nice and lax, and I can concentrate on writing and making videos for all you lovely folks out there, which I think at last count was like 12 of you. So thanks for subscribing, 12 subscribers. Or 11, because one of those is me. Or 10, because one of those is Tash too. So, but thanks. We appreciate it. And if we even half-decent entertain anyone for a small amount of time, I would be incredibly impressed. So what's new and exciting? My mom was here last week, so that was pretty cool. She came all the way down from Toronto to hang out with me and witness the first time that I've ever graduated in my whole life. Backstory on that, I didn't graduate from high school. I dropped out in the 11th grade, about halfway through 11th grade, because it sucked. And let's tell you a fun little story about shit that sucks. Once upon a time, I dated a really popular boy. He was a grade higher than me, so in between that summer between middle school and high school, I kind of got to know him and whatever, and didn't know who he was. And then we dated for like a year. And in that time, the in-crowd didn't warm up to me any more than they ever had. They did stop calling me Orca, though, which was awfully nice of them. And, yeah, and then we broke up. Mostly because it was my fault. I'll claim responsibility for this one. He got really serious and started talking about marriage, and we were like 15. He was 16. I was like, no, this is too early for me. I just started dating. Like, what the hell? So I left him, which wasn't probably a very nice thing to do, and I'm sure there was nicer ways I could have done it, but let's keep in mind I was 15. And so he went out of his way to make my life a living hell after that. So we went back to school, and he told everybody that I had slept with like 1 million people that summer, which was super nice of him. And then his friends got back to really picking on me like I had been picked on in middle school, so that was fun too. And so I ended up dropping out. Not before I drop-kicked a Smurf. That's a story for another time. And yeah, and that was that. I went back, or tried to go back, but here's an even more fun part of this story. So my dad tried his best to get me back into school, and I went to go meet with the principal to talk about how I wasn't going to be a complete fuck-up this time. And lo and behold, who sits next to me in the waiting room waiting for his opportunity to talk about transferring to the school? Oh, shithead boyfriend. Awesome. So I went for, I want to say like 2 or 3 weeks. Most of that time was spent in a Starbucks that was down the street from the school that I was at, because I didn't want to actually go to school. High school sucked ass. So I didn't graduate, so fuck high school. And I'm not saying don't graduate, because that's stupid. Looking back on it now, it would have been a lot easier if I had just finished. Dropping out does close a lot of doors to you. And in the province that I grew up in, getting my GED was going to cost me thousands of dollars. So I got lucky that I moved to Wisconsin, where it's damn near free. I think the entire deal for getting, I got my HSED, I had to take the civics portion of the test, which is actually kind of amazing if you think about it, since I'm Canadian and don't know shit about American civics. I did my HSED, it cost me I think all of $100, and yeah, and then I could start going to college. So, I mean, sometimes that's a better route for people. I had a really rough adolescence. I was in and out of different houses, and nobody really knew what to do with me, so for me it was a better alternative. But if you're out there thinking, like, should I stay in fucking school? Just stay. It's a lot easier just to get it done now. Your life doesn't start picking up until you get into your 20s anyways, and sometimes not even then. So don't concern yourself with the social hierarchy or your need to fit in or any of that stuff, because you're going to look back on Facebook or whatever happens to be the relevant social media network at that point at all of these people that you went to high school with, and you're going to be like, you know what? None of us are really better off than anyone else. Except maybe Travis Denraj, because he's actually on TV. Link in the doodly.